It's completely apparent that there are two very distinct timelines opening up now. And the interesting one is that the black sheep, the misfits, the people that always questioned the norm, are the ones that are moving into the highest timeline. So let me explain. Have you always felt different, like life doesn't fit you, it's not quite right for you, it's not what you expect it to be? Relationships, careers, jobs, societal norms, all feels out of place. I've got you. Let me explain. So here are 5 reasons why you felt that way and why you are going to be a powerhouse in this new dawn that we're entering now, this age of energy, this age of Aquarius, this age of the divine feminine, which I'll do some content on another time. So like and follow for more of this. Thank you. Number 1, you're realizing you're not here to fit in. That was never the plan. You're here to shift the frequency of yourself and the collective. People were never going to understand you. You've always known you were different. That's because you're designed to be here for this time right now. Do you feel that when I say that? If you feel that when I say that, it's true. You have never understood the Matrix, but now it's becoming clear as the illusion is being shown to us. Powerful, hey? You've always seen through the illusions that most people call reality. If you haven't always, it's happened to you in the last 5 years, since 2019, since we entered fully this age of new energy that we're in. Small talk feels empty, friendships that don't serve you, the 9-to-5 grind, even if you have to do it, you hate it. You're now craving meaning, depth, and a new truth. And this is coming. Number 3, it seems your energy disrupts people and situations, even when you don't try to. People either love you and love your energy, or they feel triggered by you, especially now. Notice how people have a short fuse for anything outside of their realm of consciousness. Your presence can stir people up in rousing ways in the positive sense, or it can stir people up in the negative sense, and that's really just because you're reflecting them from a higher purpose. And they kind of want to be where you are, but they just don't understand yet. And forgive them, for they know not who they are. Number 4, you're here to build something. You're not here to follow a script. You're not here to make up the numbers. Those traditional paths, settling, the careers, what people deemed as success, it's just never resonated. That's because it's not on your level of consciousness. It was never meant for you. The hustle and grind, the waking up before everybody else, it's never felt fully right because that was never your path to begin with. So number 4 is important. You're here to carve your own path. You'll now, if you follow the inspiration, you're going to be given the tools to do that with this next period of time for humanity. Number 5, you attract deep, powerful connections with a small amount of people, but also you get intense lessons that keep coming up. And they kind of hurt more each time. Love, friendships, partnerships, they've kind of never been simple for you. And this is because you came here for the lessons. You didn't come here to make up the numbers, be the NPC. I hate saying that, but be the NPC. Your soul came here for evolution, and every connection is designed to push you into your highest version of yourself. So everything that's showing up in your experience right now is showing you somewhere where you need to heal. That's why you get the lessons. So to finish off, you're not broken, you're not lost. The world is actually not going wrong right now. This is your time to stand in your truth. The key isn't trying to be normal right now. People are honoring and respecting the misfits, the people who are jumping out the box, the people who are the trailblazers of the next incarnation of our planet, this new level of consciousness. So it's time to own your uniqueness, step fully into your power and live your truth. Like and follow for more. See you soon. The universe wants you to know that if you're feeling lost right now and you're feeling like things aren't happening for you, you're exactly where you need to be. Everything's on track. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling demotivated, if you're feeling like things aren't going your way, This is the recalibration before the next level. And this is how it works. You go through a pressure point and then you have an upgrade. So I'm going to show you 5 awesome reasons why they're going to really resonate with you. That's why you're seeing this. Nothing is wrong with you, number 1. You haven't failed. You're not falling behind. You're just simply outgrowing that old version of yourself. The confusion you feel is the proof that you are shifting. Number 2, your desires and wants are being rearranged. What once got you really excited feels very dull right now. That's because the universe, our divine creator, is redirecting you to what truly aligns with your highest path, which will feel effortless and amazing. Stillness is part of the process. You are not stuck. You're resting before the next phase. Also, friendships may be falling away and you're craving more solitude, or you can't connect with your friends like you did before. Before any kind of quantum leap, there's always a pause, and you're just being paused right now. Sound familiar? Your old identity is actually dissolving, because when you raise your consciousness and you choose this spiritual path, you won't be able to connect to that old version of you. It's just what happens. So if you're feeling lost, that is actually a sign of your next level coming. Don't rush to fix anything. Don't rush to change anything. Just let yourself evolve naturally into your new flow. And this is the big one of this transmission. And if you are staying with this transmission, please type miracle in the comments, because this is huge. Everything is happening for you, always. The universe hasn't abandoned you. It's creating space. When the fog clears, you'll see that this was all part of the divine preparation, part of the plan. How do you make this happen? The word I love is certainty. If you can walk your life with certainty that nothing ever goes wrong, certain that everything that's in your experience is supposed to be happening, you will shift mountains with your energy. So you're not lost. You're in transmission. The path is always unfolding for you. You just can't quite see the full picture yet. Type miracle below and like and follow for more. We live in a complex and intelligent universe, and all is mind and all is consciousness. So what shows up in our experience, things that we think are just random, are not random at all. And this is the same when you are trying to have a breakthrough in your life, or to improve outcomes, or to create a better life for yourself. The universe, or the divine consciousness, or God, whichever you are most comfortable with, will remove things from your life as you level up. So I want to list 5 things that happen frequently to people I work with and teach, and these might be applicable to you. And you see, most people mistake these things as failure, like things have gone wrong, or things being taken away, or this horrible universe is punishing you, but that's just not the case. So let me explain a bit more. So the first one is what you have to understand. So number 1 is when you raise your consciousness, you are moving into a new frequency. I talk on my transmissions about moving from lack FM to abundance FM, or let's say something similar to that. So what begins to happen from inside of you is you begin to emit a new frequency from the field of consciousness. And what seems to happen is that people in your direct sphere of influence, even people that may have been around for a long time, feels like they're pulling away from you, or you find maintaining friendships or relationships difficult with them. And your life changes from the inside, and it reflects on the outside. But I want you to know that that's perfectly natural, and not everybody is headed the way you're headed. It's as simple as that. And people can only meet you at their level of consciousness. So that's the big shift, number 1. Number 2 is things that you've been aspiring to, or trying to achieve, or working hard towards. They might become even heavier, like wading through treacle. or that friendship you've been trying to maintain, or that relationship you've been trying to make better, or that person you've been trying to bring into your way of thinking. Things like opportunities that you thought were most essential to your growth, they just dissolve away, and it's really frustrating. But that's divine protection. It's not a loss you're experiencing. You're calling in a new reality based on your new level of consciousness, and there is a recalibration that happens. And once that recalibration happens, guess what? Something more aligned will come. Trust. The third one, comfort zones that have kept you small, in your small self with a small s and not your big self, they will be disturbed, disrupted, and removed. You will be called to jump into the abyss in some ways. Something that you've kind of been misaligned with, that you've been holding on to, will be removed. Things will change, and it can feel bad at times, but you have to double down and trust at this point. You're being pushed into expansion because you asked for expansion. You don't get to dictate the terms of the expansion, because it has to go through a process that's beyond our comprehension. So if you're going through some upset and disruption at the moment, good. Lean in, let it land, trust, faith, and surrender. The fourth one is obsessing and overthinking. The habits that block our abundance. You are a human being, you're here to expand your vessel. Doubting, settling for things that aren't right for you. These things can't exist in your next chapter. You are a divine sovereign being, and just by absorbing content like this, you've made the decision. You don't know why you've made the decision, you don't know how it's come about, but you've made the decision to raise your consciousness up high, because you've got to a point probably where you've said, there must be something more than this. I can't keep tuning in to Lack FM in all areas of my life. So when you have this thing, the habits that are blocking your abundance, it's the call to let go, to free your mind, to open your heart and free your mind. Stop deciding what's best for you. Just allow this massive, beautiful, divine universe to guide you along. Number 5, this is a big one. And if you have enjoyed this transmission so far, type universe to claim the energy of this transmission in the comments. I will send you all the abundance I can through this transmission. I'm sending it now. Number 5, your attachments to how things should happen or what things should be. You are a walking narrative based on the life you've had before, this life and past lives. That's how you've been educated, the experiences you've had, the parents you chose, the education you've gone through. All of these different things are brought into awareness, and that's how you make all of your life decisions. And what we try and do is we believe we're making decisions based on what we want, and we just don't know. So when you let go of the how, what you say is, okay, in any moment I anchor into certainty that good, better, and best is happening to me. Everything's working out for me. My life is on the up. My job is to be the alchemist of my thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and recalibrate my belief systems to expand my nervous system to allow my new life to come. The how doesn't matter, because things will arrive at you in the most mysterious ways. But that's the trust exercise here. So if everything feels like it's falling apart right now, it is not. You're doing amazing. You really are. And I hope some of you stay to the end of the transmission, because this wonderful divine universe that we've chosen to experience and chosen this human experience, it works in infinite cycles of perfection. And things can feel hard until you master this. I'm going to show you through this transmission. It's an important message. Stay with me. This is why you might have repeating patterns playing out constantly on repeat. Relationships, love, money, situation, people's behavior. Let me show you how to unpretzel those unfavorable things. There is a divine nature to the universe. Nothing is random. It's a set of repeating patterns that continue to repeat And the repetition in your experience is for it to keep playing out until you get the lessons. Well, I'm going to show you how to hack it. I'm going to show you 5 powerful ways to hack it. Number 1, you're stuck in the same pattern because you haven't responded to the game differently. You're not being punished. The universe isn't trying to make your life hard. It's giving you another opportunity to break the cycle. How do you break the cycle? The most powerful way is to practice non-reaction. You respond to everything, but you practice non-reaction to anything that's less than favorable. Because less than favorable circumstances that are reacted to are cemented into your timeline, and you will not shift them. Everything is energy and frequency. So if things are hurting you, work on that within you, and they'll stop hurting you. Number 2, struggles often repeat before a breakthrough. Why? Because people get to the point of despair or having enough or not wanting to continue, and the breakthrough happens. Why does the breakthrough happen? When you let go, when you surrender, when you release, when you shift your energy about it. I can't do this anymore. I'm done with it. And it will resolve. It's magical. If you don't master your internal energy, your entire life will be deja vu. Same experiences. Same people coming into your life with a familiar energy, but a different person. Money cycles, relationship cycles, trust cycles. You have to understand this game is all you. You're the expression of consciousness. You raise your consciousness, you birth a new reality. How you raise your consciousness is you start to change your relationships as the alchemist of your feelings. This life is a hall of mirrors. If you think you're good enough, you'll be good enough. If you don't think you're good enough, you won't be good enough. If you think you're worthy of love, you will find love. If you don't think you're worthy of love, you won't find love. It's truly that simple. And all you have to do is let go of the conditions that are stopping you from feeling that about yourself. And the 5th one is, once you master these patterns, you'll be unstoppable. Your reality will change. The collective consciousness of humanity has got everybody trapped in a fear-based system, unconsciously repeating fear-based reactions and cycles. The same things every day, packaged in different stories. Now you've seen this transmission. If you've waited this long, you've made it this far. Now you know. So now you know the work's all internal. Type in the comments magic to claim the energy of this reel. I can't tell you enough how working on your internal energy 100% of the time, anything less than favorable in your experience, do not react. Become a Jedi of non-reaction. You will change your life more in 30 days than you have in 10 years if you do this. Like and follow for more. Goodbye for now.